Right.
So what I'm saying is you've been programmed to view these people as hostile.
Assalamualaikum Sobat Almira. Pandangan dunia Barat terhadap Islam cenderung negatif. Jika ditilik lebih jauh, hubungan Barat dengan Islam selama ini kurang harmonis jika tidak bisa disebutkan berlawanan. Masyarakat Barat bahkan memiliki stereotip negatif dan fobia terhadap Islam. Ternyata penyumbang persepsi yang salah tersebut bersumber dari kebohongan ataupun kesalahan yang dilakukan media Barat dalam memberitakan Islam. Orang Islam dianggap sebagai teroris dan musuh bagi Barat. Tuduhan ini sering dilontarkan oleh banyak aktivis maupun organisasi anti-Islam di Barat sana. Muslim dicurigai sebagai biang kerusuhan dan bagian dari antek teror. Sehingga spekulasi tersebut memunculkan gerakan anti-Islam. Penggiringan opini dari banyak media Barat tersebut terus mereka gaungkan. Seorang pria Amerika membuka pernyataan bahwa selama ini media Barat selalu memfitnah Islam. Mereka menuduh Islam dengan pandangan negatif. Mereka menginginkan agar masyarakat Barat membenci Islam. Padahal di dalam Islam itu penuh kedamaian dan tidak seperti yang dikatakan media Barat.
Islam doesn't teach you to blow up a building.
Right.
That's a fact. It doesn't tell you to... First of all, if you take your own life in that religion, you're punished for eternity doing the act that you did. 1 out of 5 people is Muslim. If they were all terrorists the way some of us were treating these people in the U.S., we would have had a much bigger problem than 9/11. I promise you.
Isn't it like it's like almost tied with Christianity?
1.8 billion.
It's like the
it's
second
scheduled
biggest.
to surpass Christianity because of birth rates.
Right.
Okay. And what's sad is that Christians and Muslims actually have more in common than anything else. They both believe in Jesus. They believe he's the Messiah. They believe he's coming back to earth. Muslims even believe in an Antichrist the same way Christians do. The only difference between a Christian and a Muslim is that Christians believe Jesus was God or a part of God through the Trinity. Muslims say, no, God is one. Jesus was just another line of the prophets. He was created the same way Adam was created. Adam didn't have a father or a mother. Jesus was created the same way John the Baptist was created. John the Baptist's parents, based on biblical scripture, didn't have intercourse.
How did you learn about all this?
I've studied theology for 25 years, my friend.
What do you think the biggest misconception is of Muslims in the United States?
When's the last time you've ever seen a movie in Hollywood that ever portrays a Middle Easterner as a good person? You've never seen a movie that makes an Arab look like a good guy. Ever. Name one.
Yeah, you're right.
So what I'm saying is you've been programmed to view these people as hostile. You're talking about almost 1.5. It's like 1.5 to 1.8. I mean, who really has a clicker that can count every single... I never understood where they get these like numbers. There's 9 billion. Do we really know there's 9 billion people? I mean, do we really know?
Yeah.
There's countries where they don't even have census, you know?
Right.
So...
Setidaknya selama 26 tahun terakhir media dan organisasi Barat sering membagikan berita negatif tentang Islam. Mereka terus gencar menyebarkan berbagai propaganda yang akan menyudutkan Islam. Penggambaran negatif sering dilakukan secara tidak langsung atau secara halu menggunakan konotasi yang negatif. Namun tidak sedikit pula yang secara vokal memberikan cap negatif terhadap Islam. Beribu cap negatif terhadap Islam tidak menggentarkan para hati umat Muslim, justru semakin banyaknya tuduhan terhadap Islam akan semakin terbuka pula informasi kebenaran Islam yang sesungguhnya. Perkembangan Islam di berbagai semakin mengalami kenaikan.
You've been conditioned to, I always say, meet people where they're at, man. You know, when these horrible things happened, there was a lot of people that did a lot of extraordinary work to build bridges between these communities. One of them is Hamza Yusuf. This is a guy that converted to Islam. His original name was David Hansen. He's the founder of the Zaytuna Institute out in Burbank, California. An amazing human being who's built bridges between all communities and faiths. He was present during the burial of Muhammad Ali. Him and I believe the guy's name was, I forgot. My brain's fried here, man. But my point is, it's when conversation breaks down. It's when you give voice and put people under a microscope and you're focusing on the worst element of them. 1.8 billion, you know?
Yeah, basically the propaganda was we just applied the ideals of a couple guys in a cave to an entire enormous religion, a vast body.
A guy
of
that
people.
we supported and trained for a long time. I mean, we
Yeah.
got to tell the whole story, bro. Right?
That's a
Yeah,
long
a guy that we
story.
armed.
That's a long
You know,
story.
so like it's like, let's look at the whole picture. But I saw instances where like they were misquoting, you know, verses from the Quran.
Who was misquoting verses? from the
Mainstream
Quran?
media.
Really?
One was like, kill the infidel, strike their necks wherever you find them. Yes, that does say that in the book. But guess
Says
what?
that in the book.
Yeah, but they're not talking about Christians. And in that passage, God's not even talking to the Muslims. He's talking to the angels. That verse that they loved using in the mainstream media about how they need to kill the infidel, Christians were not considered infidels in Islam.
Who were they talking about?
They were talking about the other pagan Arabs that were trying to destroy the Prophet Muhammad, who was bringing monotheism, who was telling people God is one, believe in Abraham, Moses, Jesus, these are all prophets of God. These people are praying to statues and a million different gods. They're the infidels. They're the pagans. So in that verse, they were at a battle, if I'm not mistaken, it was called Badr. It was the Battle of Badr. And historically, they were outnumbered 3-1. So the first Muslims were outnumbered 3-1. And God says in the Quran, he commands the angels, go and support the forces because they're outnumbered. And I commanded the angels to strike the infidel. He wasn't even commanding the Muslims. And they use that verse in the mainstream media to make you think as an American that the Muslims are coming to kill you. But I'll give you a quote that it does say, speak kindly to the Christian, for they are the closest to you in faith. Amongst them you will find men of reason and education. That's in the Holy Quran. When's the last time you saw that on the news?
Never.
So how you going to judge? Brother, I've had so many conversations about religion. Most Christians don't even know.
Sobat Almira TV, berbagai propaganda Barat terhadap Islam selalu digencarkan agar orang-orang semakin benci terhadap umat Islam. Tetapi mata dunia semakin terbuka akan kebenaran cahaya Islam. Kita bisa ambil contoh Piala Dunia kemarin, media Barat berusaha keras agar Islam negatif di mata dunia dengan menyebut biang teror, kerusuhan, dan lainnya. Namun fakta membantah semua itu dengan kedamaian yang tercipta di sana. Sebenarnya walaupun media Barat menyebarkan hal negatif kepada khalayak ramai, jika orang-orang mengenal langsung Islam yang sebenarnya, mereka akan menemukan kebenaran dan tahu fakta sesungguhnya tidak seperti yang disebarkan oleh para anti-Islam. Sobat Almira TV, semoga dengan berbagai tuduhan terhadap agama kita semakin menguatkan iman kita kepada Allah. Mari kita sebarkan kebaikan kepada dunia bahwa apa yang dikatakan oleh mereka itu tidak benar. Terima kasih bagi sobat semua yang sudah menonton sampai akhir. Jangan lupa subscribe agar berlangganan video menarik lainnya dari channel kami. Sampai jumpa di video berikutnya. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.